Alright, what is up you guys? We're back with another episode of Goji Reviews, and today we're taking a look at the Deluxe class, Transformers Age of the Primes. Solus Prime, one of the 13. Tried so hard not to mess it up. Also, hi, you can see me. Hi, how are you? Yeah, I try not to mess it up, so you can see. I actually don't know who these two are. They were announced a while back, but I forgot their names. They're Solus. There she is in robot mode, the car mode. This Forge of Solus Prime, I believe that is called. Here's some artwork of her, and that's it for the box. Alright. No need to do any sort of transitions. We can just cut right to the chase. We're right here with the figure, which is a Cybertronian dragster car? I might be entirely wrong on it. And it looks pretty cool. Looks like she's ready to just ram into people like that. However, one thing I am gonna nitpick a little bit, and then that's how this skirt works. This front piece. This is part of her like long skirt. I don't like how this looks. Not gonna lie. So what I do, I just kind of put it all together like that, and just keep it nice and whole like that. Just for the most part, nice and whole. Looks a lot nicer. Looks a lot sleeker. If I really wanted to, I could push this middle part down and let the sides rise up a bit more. Not perfect, but that looks a lot better in my eyes. But for now, I'm gonna keep them down. It's a preference thing, whatever you want to do. While we're here, I do want to discuss weapon storage, just so that I don't forget it later on. Spoiler alert, this is the Forge of Solus Prime. It will come in 3 parts, like so. You'll figure out why it does this later. But for now, just know it comes in 3 parts, like so. You're going to take advantage of this little tab right here, and a little spot on her knee. You just want to plug this in, like so. You can see her little emblem right there. I don't think I pointed it out in the last one with Prime, because I didn't notice it. But yeah, there it is in car mode with a hammer stored. But while we're here, let's get into some size comparisons, which these will be pretty quick, honestly. First off, we have Studio Series Dark of the Moon Soundwave. We're not going to do any sort of fancy cuts. Next, we have Nest color scheme Off-Road Bumblebee. Then we have Rise of the Beast. I believe her name is Nightbird. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. And last but not least, a little sneak peek. You're not going to see him in bot mode. Just because, a little bit of a behind the scenes. I'm filming these two reviews at the same time. Not literally at the same time, but like one after the other. So I'm going to get this guy done as soon as we get her done. Yeah. Yoink. At least, now without further ado, let's just go into details real quick. Grill, all the headlights, the windshield, the gold, and everything like that. You'll see more of it in bot mode. That's why I kind of skimmed over it earlier, just because, well, you're going to see most of it in bot mode anyway, especially the hammer. Without further ado, though, let's get the transformation. Alright, and here we have Solus Prime in bot mode. Yeah, no, she looks really cool. How do I say that without sounding so generic? But yeah, no, she does look pretty sick. I love the purple on everything, even though she's not a Decepticon. All the card details you saw earlier now stand out in robot mode as well. Got this long piece. I was on the hood of the card. It's now her skirt piece. You can lift that up if you want. But yeah, let's go into details real quick. The eyes are a nice bright green. They don't look too bright because of my lighting, but I can assure you they are pretty bright. All the gold stands out amongst the purple and silver. A little bit unpainted gray, but the gray kind of blends in with the silver showing up. But the gold and the green eyes, even with the back profile, everything looks great. I love her little like funny medieval shoes. Her feet almost look like clown feet. Or like those like really spiky boots from like the medieval times or whatever. But yeah, it's like pretty good. All the stuff you can do with your action figures, you can pretty much do with her. Even though there's like no opening opening fingers. But that is because she is a deluxe class, so not much you can do. The head can look up about that far. That neck piece is gonna, I think it's supposed to lock in, but it's not doing that. Oh well. It's on a ball joint. Full 360. Well, almost. Just fiddle around with it a little bit, and then you can do it. Arms are a full 360. Shoulders can go out that far. You can move the shoulder pads a little bit if you want more movement. You can position them how you want to. Got rotation at the elbow. You've got a 90-degree bend. You have wrist rotation. Because of transformation, you also have this kind of joint, and it's a ball joint. All right, and if you don't really have an app crunch, you do have move this waist swivel. Oh, okay, you don't have to move that. You can either leave it at one piece or lift up the skirt bits, like do that, and then you can have the legs. Well, we'll just do it like this. Okay, you can kick the legs forward yay far, back that far. You have a thigh swivel. You have a nice knee bend, a little bit past 90. You have ankle tilt. You have a little bit of rotation here because of transformation, and you can utilize it for articulation points. Yeah, so you have a lot to work with for a deluxe class, and that's pretty impressive. Let me just get her to stand up. Let me just make sure her heels are okay. Yeah, it's the same like sort of Figma problem that kind of exists with some of these. However, she has not only a cool looking weapon, but something to kind of counteract that way. That's this hammer right here. Now, she's got all the stuff you can do with her hands and whatnot to make her hold it with both hands. That's a lot of effort, and I'm going to tire myself out by doing that. So, what we're going to do here is we're going to disconnect this. Or wait. Well, yeah, you can disconnect that if you want to put it in her hand. But before we show that, put it in her hand. But before we show that, there is a little peg here. You want to get at it right here and flip it down, and then you can pull it down like that, and that reveals a 5mm peg. You could put it on this port right here, and you have some convenient robot mode weapon storage. Yeah, like that. Or you can even do it like this if you really want to, because those are also ports, but it looks kind of awkward. But she's a forger. She makes weapons. She makes armor. She's a medieval forger. We need to put it in her hand where it belongs. Like so. Just slide it in. Like so. And then we just plug the top. Don't drop it. We just plug the top back on. Like so. And now, let's close this up a little bit. Now we have her holding her famous forge. I believe this forged the Requiem Blaster, the Star Saber, pretty much all the weapons. So she could just go like that and make a nice little handy tool out of it. Not sponsored, but this is a really nice part separator. Yeah. Okay, but while we're here, let's get her to do some size comparisons. Because despite her being a small figure, she's pretty like good looking, honestly. One of my more favorite looking fembots so far. Let's put it right here, and we'll start with some nice transitions, not really just cuts. Alright, starting off for size comparisons, we'll do the last Prime we did, Prima Prime. They look really nice together. And we have Vector Prime, Optimus Prime, Optimus Prime, and finally the best Optimus Prime. Alrighty guys, that is going to be it for today's review on the Age of the Primes, not Nova Prime, Solus Prime. I remember back in the show called Transformers Prime, there was another version of her hammer called the Forge of Solus Prime, which allowed her and any Prime to really forge any like special weapon for whatever purpose was needed. Making it stand up a little bit more. But yeah, no, pretty much as a figure, this thing is pretty awesome to have. If you're trying to do a collection of all the 13 Primes, then absolutely get this figure. If you want just a standalone Fembot figure, honestly still get her. She doesn't come with a gun, but she comes with a hammer that she can definitely bonk people with, and that's a lot funnier. Honestly, that is just a lot more entertaining to think about. Like, she could forge weapons and she could forge hospital bills because she could bonk people, send them to the hospital. Alright, bad jokes aside, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I save all the YouTuber jargon to the end because I don't want to assault you with all that in the beginning. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. You know, the usual YouTuber garbage jargon that we gotta say for our channels to really get anywhere. This has been Goji69 or Laz, whatever you want to call me. But yeah, this has been Goji Reviews. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video, which you saw in the size comparison for the car mode earlier. But yeah, here he is again. Yeah, next review. See you guys later.